All right, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to HC Yoga. And this session is November shoulders. November shoulders. And it's an odd way of naming things, but month is November, so I thought we'd work on shoulders tonight. It could be a little intensive on your shoulders, so please do this in somewhat moderation. So if you're starting to feel a little tweakish on one shoulder or the other, or both, ease off of whatever posture we're doing. We won't be doing anything outlandish per se, but all the typical postures that might consider working on with shoulders, we'll be doing those for this session. Also, a towel or a strap will be helpful for this. If you don't have a towel or strap handy, don't sweat it. But if you do have one handy, go ahead and grab that, have it on the side. Okay, let's get rolling. Let's get right into it. We're going to start on all fours, quad pose. Shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. And we're going to start here and move into puppy pose. So it's much like Balasana, but it's active. And the butt, we're going to keep that 90-degree angle here with the legs and the hips stay up. So extend the arms in front, walk the hands out. Now bring the chest down towards the mat, keep the butt in the air. We're going to press the chest towards the mat, keep the armpits pressing to the mat. And let's get engaged with that breath. Nice deep inhalations through the nose, out through the nose. You're pressing down on the mat with your hands, knees, top of the feet. That's it. Keep the butt in the air, press the the chest down. Your chest might get onto the mat, which is fine. And recover. Walk the hands back slowly. Ooh. An interesting way to start, I know, but it's a rather intensive one early on. But I think we got it here. So we're going to do that one more time. One more breath here. Okay, puppy pose. In other words, an active Balasana pose. Walk the hands forward and then bring the chest towards the mat. Keep the butt in the air. And you're actually pressing the tailbone up and towards the wall behind you. Arms extended. Keep the head relaxed. Press back. That's it. Don't sweat it if your chest doesn't touch the mat. You should feel this really intensive stretch here. From the armpits, down the arms, down the sides. Your core is in. 3 more breaths here, please. Make sure with your exhale, you press the chest down a little closer to the mat. 1 more breath in. And with that exhale, slowly bring it up. Walk your hands back or just drag your hands back to all fours. Okay, from here, cat-cow. So with your inhales, look up, drop the stomach. With your exhale, hunch forward like that angry cat. Pull the pelvis in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And if your breathing is slightly slower or a little faster, go ahead and keep going on these postures on your own. Remember to exaggerate the posture. So really pull the pelvis in with your exhale. With your inhale, lift the tailbone up and out, drop the stomach to the mat. And you can be somewhat cautious with the neck, especially when looking up. So when you inhale, we're trying to look up towards where the ceiling meets the wall, but if it's too painful or you're tweaking in the neck, don't do it. All right, 2 more here, please. 2 more in your cycle. Keep the breath long as you breathe, you're moving, and bring it to neutral. Nice. All right, this is shoulders, so let's keep going with this. Let's thread the needle. Take your left hand, left arm underneath the right. And yeah, I'm going to say it. We're going to keep the butt in the air and bring the left shoulder all the way down. You can rest the side of your face, your left cheek on the mat. And your right hand, you can look at it. You can keep it right here. Or if you want to continue to work a little deeper here, move that right hand up and around your back. You're reaching for the top of the left thigh. You're reaching for it. You may not get it, but we're reaching for it. If that's just too much on that right shoulder, don't sweat it. Keep the hand where it was. Oh, we're here. Hey, give me like 3 more breaths here. We're reaching that left hand out a little further if you can. 1 more breath. And recover. Swing that arm around, the right one if it's up. Press up slowly. We'll move into the other side. Take the right arm underneath the left, bring it all the way down. And of course, optional, left hand comes around, reaching for the top of the right thigh. And keep that right arm reaching out to the left side of the mat. An awkward pose to get comfortable in per se, so hang in there and breathe. 2 more breath cycles, please. Last one in. Great. With that next inhale, hand down, press up slowly. Woo! Child's pose. Toes, big toes come together. Heels. The hips are reaching for the heels, and feel free to fold your arms, resting your shoulders, or sweep your arms to the sides. Anything here? You can rest your head on the mat or on your folded arms. We're here for 3 breaths. Remember, with your Ujjayi pranayama breath, you're breathing in nice and deep, and you're exhaling through the nose, and you're pushing out just a little more air than normal. 1 more breath in. And with your exhale, recover. Bring the torso up. And we're coming down to our forearms. We're going to get ready for a forearm plank, but we'll start off in Sphinx pose. Now with Sphinx pose, you're on your stomach. Well, sort of on your stomach. You're pressing up here, pressing down on your forearms. Head is neutral. Top of the feet are on the mat. This is typically a posture we use for our passive work into the back. But we're going beyond that. So let's come onto our toes and lift the torso off the mat a few inches. So this is about your core, but we'll make that a secondary call for this evening. Think about the shoulders. Shoulders are engaged. Upper back is engaged. Elbows are pressing into the mat. Hands not so much, but you can try to augment here a bit and press your hands, your fingertips into the mat. Your core is in, supporting your lower back and keeping you up. 3 more breaths. Yeah, I said it. 3 more breaths right here. Hang in there. 1 more breath in. Exhale, recover into Sphinx. So we come back to the tops of the feet. Head is neutral. Don't look up or anything like that. I don't want you to crunch your neck. Just keep your head neutral or maybe looking down slightly. That's fine. 2 more breaths here, and we'll do set number 2 of our forearm plank. All right, set number 2. Let's do this. Come onto your toes and carefully lift your torso off the mat a few inches here. Your toes are pressing down into the mat. Heels are pressing to the wall behind you. And I know there's more focus now on those elbows as they press into the mat. Core is in. That's it. We've got this. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. And with the exhale, recover slowly. Come all the way down. You can fold your arms in front of you. Rest your chin or your forehead on your arms. Still getting a little work here as you fold your arms in front of you. Still working passively into the shoulders. All right, we got this. Salambhasana, locust pose. So take the arms to the sides and go ahead and clasp your hands behind your back if you can. This is one of those postures where if you can't reach your hands or your wrists, you can use a towel or a strap. That's absolutely fine. All right, once you get a good grip, lift chin and chest. Lift your arms off the butt. And we're going to keep the tops of the feet and the legs, top of the legs on the mat. So focus in on the shoulders, the arms, the fingers. You're holding onto the strap, the towel, or your fingers, and we're pulling. We're using that to pull our torso up a little bit more. Keep your head neutral. So far, so good. Hang in there with the breath. One more breath in. And with your exhale, release your hands first, arms down, and then bring chin and chest down to the mat. Oh, one cheek or the other. We got this for 3 breaths right here. Just let it all go for 3 breaths. Heart maybe up a little bit here. And child's pose. Press down, press up. Any variation, any version of child's pose is fine. I'm going to sweep my arms to the sides in this one. Nice. 2 more breaths here in child's pose. Great. And from there, bring it up to all fours. And from all fours, let's come forward yet again down to your stomach. This time, take the hands underneath the shoulders as we get ready for upward facing dog. All right, bring your big toes together. Feet are flat on the mat. Let's do a variation first. Press down, lift your torso up. Let's extend the arms all the way. All right, now if your shoulders are not directly over your wrists, go ahead and scoot up a little bit until your shoulders are directly over the wrist. All right, now, hey, I want you to hang right here. If you've got some issues going on at the lower back or your shoulders or wrist. But if you're good to go, tighten up the legs, lift the knees off the mat as we go into the full expression of upward facing dog. And as per my norm, keep your head neutral. You don't have to look straight up. Good. Hey, stay strong here. The pelvis is still pressing down towards the mat. So this is targeted mainly on our lower back. But I want you to think about the arms, the shoulders. They're strong. They're taking all the pressure, all the weight, keeping the body up. One more breath. Exhale, release the knees back to the mat and come all the way down. No face plants. Even if you have a plush carpet you're doing this on, you come down controlled. We've got one more to do. All right, we'll rest here. Give me 2 more breath cycles. All right, last breath in. And with that exhale, with your inhale, lift up, press up, extend the arms first. Make sure you're in a great posture here before we lift the legs off of the mat. All right, let's do it. Engage the legs, lift the knees off the mat. And trust me, if this is too much for you, keep the legs on the mat, but keep the arms extended if you can. We continue to work the arms and shoulders 100%. Good. Core is in, pelvis is pressing down, hips might be cinched. Looks good, folks. 2 more breaths. And with that last exhale, release the knees and push back to child's pose. Any variation with the arms? This time I'll fold my arms as the hips go towards the heels, head comes down towards the arms. 4 breath cycles here, 4 breath cycles. As we release the tension on the shoulders and the arms and just relax here. Relaxing everything except for our breathing cycle, nice and deep. Don't stop with that. All right, here we go. Let's bring it up to all fours as we get ready for turbo dog, also known as dolphin pose. So from all fours, come down to your forearms. And this time we keep the butt in the air yet again. All right, this is our downward dog variation, but the focus, of course, shoulders, upper back for this one. Keep the head relaxed, come underneath your toes and lift the hips up. We're trying to lengthen the legs and bring the heels to the mat. It's not happening with me. It may not happen with you, but that's the idea. Your core is in, your head's relaxed, crown of the head near the mat. You're looking at your feet, your knees, or the wall behind you. All right, 2 more breaths here. Lots of energy here as we're working that upper body, maintaining ourselves here. 1 more breath. And with that last exhale, child's pose. Any variation. Knees come down. And you can press the hips to the heels. Any variation of the arms. We're here for 3 breaths. We have 1 more turbo dog to do. Lots of work in shoulders. I know we've done it a lot already. We've got a little more. All right, here we go, folks. Number 2, turbo dog, also known as dolphin pose. Come down to your forearms. If you're already there, great. Other than that, lift up. And play with the feet. You can walk the feet closer a little bit. Maybe get your heels closer to the mat. Try not to take the feet too far back because we end up doing a plank. We don't want that. We want turbo dog. It looks a little bit like, well, downward dog. Only your A is slightly more spread out, probably. Just go with it. It's not the best analogy there. All right, 1 more breath. And with that exhale, child's pose. Knees down, hips pressed to the heels, arms at your calling. We're here for 3 breaths. Remember, take the nice deep Ujjayi pranayama breath, and with your exhale of the breaths, sink a little deeper into whatever posture you are in. Last inhale. And with that exhale, come up to all 4s as we get ready for downward dog into Tadasana. So we're going to do downward dog, and then we'll make our way to standing. Come onto your toes and lift up to downward facing dog. Slightly bent knees are fine, but if you can lengthen them out, maybe get the heels towards the mat, great. All right, now look, your hands are about shoulders width apart. Fingers are spread. Favor the pinky. Head's relaxed in between your arms. Your hips are pushing to the wall behind you. Core is in. And for those of you really tight hamstrings, a slight bend in the knees is fine. You'll be fine with that. All right, here we go. Give me an inhale. And with your exhale, walk your hands to your feet. Walk the hands, slide them back towards your feet. And we're going to come up halfway. My hands reach to my feet, then bring it up. Legs are nice and long. Torso is flat, stomach is in, chest pulls forward. Inhale again. Exhale, forward fold. And roll up slowly. Let your arms hang, let your head hang. Bend the knees a little more as you roll up. As you make it past 0, hands to hips, small back bend. Pelvis forward, lift the heart. And bring it forward. Great. Okay, go ahead and grab a strap or a towel, whichever one you're using this evening. I never really had a good name for it. I call it an arm pull. So we're going to take the hands, the arms, just slightly wider than your shoulders. I have an end of the strap in both hands and make it tight. You do the same thing with the towel if you have a towel. Now, keep the tension here. We're pulling. We're keeping the tension. So you're going to feel this on the arms, your shoulders, and yes, your chest. Your upper chest has got this. Hey, don't forget about the core. Pull that stomach in. And I want you to act as if you're going to rip this strap, rip that towel. Keep the tension there. Pull. And pull. And pull. 1 more breath in. With the exhale, here we go. Okay, we're going to do the same thing behind us now. Take the strap or towel behind you. The hands are wider than the shoulders by a little bit. And pull. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. Pull. Your shoulders are coming back a little bit here now. So they're rolling back. They're actually rolling forward. First time around. They're rolling back a bit. Keep the tension. Looks good. And you want to go further with this one. The knees, the feet are about shoulders width apart, or hips width are wider. I'm sorry. The feet are slightly wider than your hips. Knees are soft, and let's do a forward fold. We'll call this optional here. Just bring those arms up and over where you can. Keep the head relaxed. Keep the tension on the strap or the towel. That's it. Good. Bend the knees a little more. Roll up. Nice and easy. Keep the tension. Keep the tension. One more breath. Exhale. Oh, recover. Wow. Yeah, that was, well, I'll say fun because we all like that type of thing. So shoulders are definitely warmed up at this point. No problem there. Reverse prayer hands. So prayer hands typically right at the front, right at your sternum, but we're going to do this behind us. So the hands are in between the shoulder blades. And don't worry, I have a variation for you. All right, if you can't do it just automatically like I do in the magazines, just bring your palms together behind you. Interlace your thumbs, fingers pointing down. Now bring your fingers to your waistline. And for some reason, I like to bend my legs and hop. But so you bring your fingers up and then roll down. So your index, the outer edges of the fingers are against your body. Now, if you're really got the flexibility, your hands are literally in between the shoulder blades. Mine is right above my butt. And for all the years that I've done this, this is pretty much where it's been. I just don't have that type of flexibility in my shoulders. But I think if I did this more often, yeah, we'd do it. Now, look, if this is not going to happen for you for love or money, don't worry about it. Here's your variation. Just grab opposite elbows. And you can work your fingers to grab your elbows. If all you can do is grab your forearms, that's fine. Just reach where you can. And as you grab those elbows, the other thing to remember is to keep the torso nice and tall. So I don't want you to hunch forward with this one. A slight back bend is not going to be hurtful, but other than that, a nice tall statue here works well. And I think I've used the phrase before, think of yourself as the snotty Walmart walker. Walking around, looking and being very judgmental at everyone's purchases in Walmart, which is easy and difficult to do because you're probably buying the same stuff. So, all right, one more breath here, please. And with your exhale, release your hands, whatever grip you have. Shake it out. And you can get ready to grab your towel or your strap again because we're going to do cow face pose. And we're going to do it standing. And we're just going to do the arms. Okay, we're standing cow face pose. Let's start with the left arm. Take your left arm up. Drop the left hand behind you. So maybe the left hand is in between the shoulder blades. Take your right hand behind you, and we're going to reach up and clasp our fingers or our hands. Okay, that's not happening with me, so I'm going to use a towel. I'll put the towel on my left hand, and here is my grip. And I'm happy. So with my left shoulder, we're going to try to get that left elbow towards the ceiling, straight up. So that hand's right behind me. And if this is too intense, just modify your posture, whatever you need to do. Modify it. All right. Now, once again, we're not leaning forward. We're trying to keep the torso nice and tall. And I know, taller we keep it, the more intense we feel on that left shoulder. Now, of course, for those of you that can grab your fingers, or better yet, if you can grab your hands in this posture, feel free to keep walking your hands further down the arm. So maybe you can grab opposite wrist this way. All right. Inhale. Exhale, recover. And yes, we have the other side. So I'm not even going to let go of my towel. We're going to bring the right arm up. And as you can see, I'm using the towel for my right hand. So that right hand drops behind you. The left hand comes behind you from the left side. And I can almost reach my fingers on this. But almost is not cutting it right now tonight. So got the towel, not a problem. Now, the nice thing about this posture, you can see significant improvement if you do this a couple of times a week. And this is a popular one, I think, it's in the Ashtanga. And oftentimes Ashtanga is done in a slightly warmer room. So as you warm up the body, some of these postures get a little easier as your body gets supple and slightly more flexible with the heat. All right, try to keep the torso tall. Try not to press on the neck to the point where you're looking down. Just look neutral. Keep your head right on the horizon there. Keep the legs nice and firm as we stand tall with this one. And yeah, we're trying to get that right elbow pointing straight up. I'm a few degrees off on this one. Great. And inhale, exhale, recover. Ooh. Nice. And we can drop the towel or strap. Cow face pose. And that was just using the arms. Remember, with cow face, we also cross the legs as well. We'll do that in another session. All right, eagle arms. So this is another posture. We're only going to do half of it. So Garudassana or eagle pose is where we cross all the major limbs. We're just doing the arms tonight. Okay, let's take the right arm underneath the left. And we're going to try to cross the palms or cross the hands so the palms come together. This ain't happening for me. Much as I'd like to see it happen, it's not happening. Now, you can grab your fingers however you need to on this one. I won't be picky here. If this is too much and too intensive, just grab opposite shoulders. We're still going to get a great session in with our shoulders with this posture, okay? Another option, palms together, elbows together. And this is a little tighter for some people. So this is maybe a good option to keep working on shoulders here. So once again, palms together, try to bring your elbows together and lift your arms up. And this can be slightly intensive, especially for me as I'm squeezing in with my shoulders here. So this works well. So as far as eagle arms, anything works here. We've got 3 options, engage in one of them. All right, give me 2 more breaths. Last inhale. And with your exhale, release. And we're going directly into the other side. So I like to bring my arms up a little, and then we'll swing the left arm underneath the right. Oh, and this is definitely my tighter side. So I'm just going to grab opposite shoulders in this one. So really tight side for me. And we'll hold here. If you're grabbing opposite shoulders, give yourself a squeeze. Give yourself a squeeze and hang in there. You guys have got this. Squeeze and hold. So not only shoulders, but you're going to feel this in the upper chest as well. Legs can be soft here. You don't have to stand ramrod straight with this one. All right. We're looking at, so remember your other options as well. You can still go palms together, elbows together. And if you're doing that one, great. If your elbows are not together, keep squeezing the elbows until they touch, and then lift the arms up a little higher so the triceps are parallel to the floor. One more breath in. With your exhale, release and shake it off. Whew. That's it for the standing. Let's come down to the mat. We have another one for the shoulder. This is more of an intensive one, so make sure you have a little bit of room on the floor from where you're at. I think we've done this in session once before, or maybe twice before. All right, so we're lying on our stomach and extend your arms to either side. All right, so with your arms extended, we'll keep the right arm down on the mat, and we're gonna roll to the right. And as we roll to the right, with that right arm where it's at, I'm gonna take my left arm and I'm gonna try to bring my fingers together. And it's not going to happen, but I'm reaching for the other hand. The left hand reaches for the right arm is planted on the mat. You can bend the left leg if you like. Woo! Because I'm really feeling this in the right shoulder. This is intensive, folks, so if it's too much for you, just roll back over and take it easy here. For those of you hanging on, 2 more breaths. Last breath in, and exhale, recover. Ooh. And the other side. All right. For the sake of what we're doing here, I'm going to switch so you can see me on this one. All right, this time we'll keep the left arm out and down, and we're gonna roll to the left. And I'm bringing my right hand, right arm over, and I can actually grab my fingers on this side. I'll bend the right leg, put the right foot flat. And I'm trying to roll the torso over because as every degree, every centimeter I roll the torso, it's more intensive on the left shoulder for this one. Not the right, because if it's so much on the right, it's easy to let go of the hand. But I'm holding on here because I can reach on this side. But don't go too far. Hey, and for those of you with any type of shoulder replacement surgeries, yeah, I don't even want you doing this. Unless you know how to put your shoulder back into the socket. Just throwing it out there. All right, one more breath. And recover. Ooh, and just give it a second. Oh. Just lay out and give it a second. Woo. Rather intensive on that one. Okay. Crazy cobra with a raised arm. All right, let's bring it up. We're going to extend the arms out in front. We've done this one before where we keep sliding the hands in and in a bit. So I want you to slide the hands in just a little, press the torso up. And typically this is our posture for our low back. You should feel it at this point. Arms are extended, hands are flat on the mat, torso's up, and you feel the compression in the low back. But this isn't all. Okay, there we go. Your right hand, right arm. We're gonna lean to the left and bring that right arm up. Just bring it up where you can. I don't know. Is it more intensive on the raised arm or the one that's on the ground, the left shoulder? Just reach, extend. One breath in and recover. Whew. Other side. Press that right hand down on the mat, lift the left arm up. That's it. If you hadn't noticed already, torso stays exactly where it's at. And I've got more flexibility here in this left shoulder joint than on the right. Not by much, but a little. One more breath in. And on that exhale, recover. And bring it all the way down. Ooh. Wow. Child's pose. Press down, press up to all fours. Big toes together, hips to heels. Arms, whatever position you'd like. And it should feel pretty good on the low back. All right, let's keep going. Parnipanasana. It's our boat variation. So let's have a seat. Find your strap or towel again, please. And seated with the legs out in front, go ahead and put the strap around the feet, and we're going right into it. The legs can be bent initially when you get legs up, and you're using that equal pressure on your arms to maintain your balance. Now, if you're able to, go ahead and extend the legs. All right, where's the focus here? Well, a little bit on your core, a little bit on the legs, but a lot on the arms now, because we're using those arms to keep that happy medium there. The biceps and triceps are working here, shoulders, shoulders, upper back, and your chest. Nice. Couple of breaths here. We're looking good. Shocking but true. We only have one here to do Parnipanasana. We've got about 10 breaths here. All right. Hang in there, folks. Remember, for this posture, since some of us have issues on our tailbone, you're more than welcome to do this on a towel, yoga blanket, or any blanket. And recover. Bend the legs, and you can remove the strap. Tabletop is next. So with the legs bent, feet flat, hands with the fingers pointing forward, so they're just sliding behind the hips. Press down, press the pelvis up. Actually, pressing the whole of your body up, but trying to lead with the pelvis here. And I know, I get it. Not just your core and legs, but you feel this in your shoulders. Definitely on your shoulders. That's the focus. Give me one more breath. And with your exhale, recover slowly. Now, I know some of us have shoulder issues, so depending on what your doctor has diagnosed for your particular condition, whatever your shoulders, a lot of these postures you really want to take it easy with. And even if you're really healthy and no problems with your shoulders, after you do this session, give it a day. All right, number 2, tabletop. Press down, press up. Let's go. We're trying to get, we call this tabletop, so from the side, you look like a table, all flat and whatnot. It only depends if you can really press the pelvis up there to get the torso level there with the top of the legs. Do what you can, have fun with it. Give me one more breath in. And with the exhale, bring it down. Whew. Great. All right, we've got twist action here. We're almost done, folks. Shake the legs out a bit. We've got a couple of twists for each side. This is a Ardha Matsyendrasana. So bend the left leg. And let's take the left foot over the right leg. And we're going to twist in both directions with this one. So I'm going to start with my left hand on the left knee. My right hand's behind me, propping the torso up. And we twist to the right. Maybe not that much, but we're twisting to the right. That's it. One more breath. And recover. Just take the right hand to the left knee, and we're swapping arms here. And we're trying to pull that knee into your torso, and we twist to the left. That's it. I'm a little deeper on this side. Not sure how you guys are doing, but we have a side where we're typically a little easier to get into. And recover. Nice. Switch legs. Extend the left leg, bend the right leg. Take the right foot over the left. And we're going to start our twisting action to the right. So my left hand on the right knee. And twist. Yeah, this is definitely my tighter side. So I'm using my left hand as an anchor to pull the leg in, look over the right shoulder. Give me one more breath. And with that exhale, recover the torso and switch arms. Right hand, right knee, left hand supports, and we twist to the left. Looking over the left shoulder, keeping the torso tall. Nice. And recover. Ooh, extend the right leg out. Shake it out a bit here. A nice, easy forward fold, Paschimottanasana. So just lean forward. Hands can come to your big toes, ankles or shins, and pull the torso forward easily here. We're not going for max depth, just lengthening the spinal column there, especially in the lower side. One more breath in. And with your exhale, recover. And Sukhasana, an easy seated posture. So whatever posture you like, you can fold the legs in. Fold one leg, have one leg extended like myself, however you like. Let's disengage the Ujjayi Pranayama breath at this point, and let's go for 3 deep inhalations with exhalations through the mouth. Nice. Take your shoulders at this point and lift them up. Hunch them up towards your ears. Roll them back and release them down towards the mat. So we're bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Hands relaxed on your front side. Give me 3 more comfortable, relaxed breaths. Eyes are soft or closed. Clear the mind if you haven't already done so. And with your 4th breath, inhale deep, arms come up, palms come together. And exhale the breath as the hands come down past your 3rd eye to your heart center. On your continuing journey, remember always to remain kind. Remain gentle, but always remember to stay fearless. Thank you, folks, for a great session. Thank you, and namaste.